Lisa Gregorini, a year and a half ago, did you dream that you would be the first all-girl team to ever win a gold Christmas tree in Australian drag racing?
Never, honestly. Coming to this meeting, we were not sure what the car was going to do. We made quite a few changes in the off-season, bigger rims, changes to the fuel system. So without testing back home, we weren't really sure what it was going to do. So after qualifying, we were confident that we had a tune-up and we were consistent all weekend.
You did have some electrical issues though. It wasn't smooth sailing all weekend. You had shift issues as well.
Yeah, so we had issues shifting. The auto shift box failed and it went from third gear straight to fifth, which would have cost us some ET as well. And then we had an electrical issue in the final qualifier and the car shut off in the burnout. We weren't able to find that issue at all for the weekend. We were just lucky that it didn't reappear.
An all-girl team, which is something you set up since you very first started this whole concept, and it's been consistent. Occasionally, your husband's team, of course, your husband plays a big role in all this, but it has been the girls.
Yeah, without them, this isn't possible. They are so hands-on. They do everything. Crew nights, we tear the car down, put it back together. Racetrack, they do everything. Yeah, they are amazing. Without them, it's not possible.
And it's a very proudly West Australian team. I think that everyone realises that West Australia is the superpower for Doorslammer competition. Now, Ronnie Palumbo is doing his best, and Peter Kapiris and those sort of guys, but WA is the power, isn't it?
Yeah, WA has become the home of Doorslammer. We've got so many cars back home in Perth now.
Tell me about the speeds that you're doing. For people that are new to they're going to see this and go, well, how fast are you going?
So I go 250 mile an hour, so very quick.
Over 400 kilometres per hour?
Yep.
And in how many seconds?
5.7.
Right, so that is your PB is what now?
568 at 254.
Right, so it's a hard thing to get your brain around. You're racing against your husband a lot of times as well. That hasn't happened too much, thankfully. Yep. And you faced Ronnie Palumbo again in the final, which is what happened last year.
Yeah, so it was a bit of deja vu down the bottom end and worked out the numbers, and we figured out that we had Ronnie in the final. Came back to the pits and it was confirmed that we had Ronnie. It's always a great race anytime we face him and Morris. They're a great bunch of people. He put me in the right hand lane this time, so wasn't as like carbon copy as last year, so thankfully we didn't both have issues and we were able to front for the race.
It's basically a 6,000 kilometre return trip for you to do this. The team is packing up today and heading back to Perth. It's a big effort to put two cars on track, but also the setup and pull down.
Yeah, setup and pull down is a massive task. It takes everyone on the crew, both my girls and Daniel's guys, to get it all set up and pull it back down again so we can make it happen and head home and turn around for the next meeting.
How nervous were you going into the final? I was looking at the body language of your girls. A few of them were showing that they were genuinely nervous, but I think they're probably trying to keep you calm. How were you feeling?
I wasn't feeling too nervous at all. I've faced Ronnie that many times now. It's just become natural to have him in the other lane to me. Final or not, it doesn't matter. It's just another race. You just need to put your head in the game and go out there and do what you need to. What
does this say to other girls in any form of sport, really? Because you're a little your kind of niece really was part of a really big cheer competition. And tell me about the story behind why you had to bring a trophy home.
Yeah, so Zara and I made a deal that if she placed in her cheer comp that I would bring home a trophy for her. So on Saturday she had her first cheer comp and they placed third and she got a medal. So pressure was on for me, and I came first yesterday, and then her team placed first in their final comp yesterday as well.
So what does this mean for other girls in other forms of sport? I mean, that there are no barriers to a large extent. If you want it bad enough, you have to work for it.
Yeah, you can fight for basically anything. If you want it bad enough and you work hard enough for it, anything's achievable.